welcome back to Vintage Story on our Fury Crystal Sea server. We have some little visitors at our place. I mean, these are the littlest little penguin guys. They make a lot of noise. They've been kind of starting to roam around here. I had gotten some of my more red bricks done. Really hope they don't come by. I've got a good bit of them done here. And a few more made up. We have plenty of the red clay, so that will not be a problem. 12 in there each. So I had thought, okay, there is the new beehive kiln. It would take a good bit of resources to put together, and it's, well, I'm doing a lot of clay bricks. However, with making these, it's going to take certain materials like refractory bricks, and these guys are going to need a few different types along with the blocks of them. And can do the fire clay, but you need crushed bauxite and crushed quartz. And you can't do this with a quern, so you got to make a pulverizer to do that. And that would mean getting a whole windmill set up and stuff, and I was not planning on that. So I was thinking, maybe I'll just skip the whole thing. It'd be really nice to have, but it takes so long to get the right materials in order to get that, and then you'd have to be like using it more often, you know, to justify making it, other than it looks, you know, cool. Alright, we got a little more flax still left to grow. Get caught up on that. A few more sunflowers. They do make for a better grain to eat than flax. Flax is not that great, but we'll go in here and drop off a few of our stuff. We'll need to finish making those ropes that we need, and the linen, because we needed just a little bit left for our boat to be finished up. Let's click it on here. There we go. Hey, there we go. Now it's done. So, I still can't stand in it. Okay, that's interesting. With the boat, you can also add in more stuff. If you want to carry a group of, I don't know, 8 people or something? It's pretty crazy. Could add in a lot of boats here. Launch that sucker. There we go. It's in the water now. Okay, I know absolutely nothing about these boats, so there is a lot of text going on here on the little text overlay, and of course you can still not stand in it, so I'm assuming it's like clicking on the right spot. This is gonna be pretty tricky. I'm seeing like boxes and stuff icons over here. There's no ladder. Kind of wish there was a ladder to get in there, kind of like Valheim, but sadly not enough. It seems like you got to be close enough and clicking on the right spot. So let's go get some wood, make a little temporary dock here. Oh, actually I have some wood on me. Thankfully we're right by the edge of the land, so let's just put down a few bits here. I only have a few bits. Hopefully that will get me close enough. And click. There we go. Yes, we're in the boat. And it does look like a lot of spots for lots of different storage options you can put in here. And of course the benches. And it looks pretty simple to move around and stuff. And let's see, if we shift, yep, left shift will get you out of the boat, just like on a raft. So not complicated. That is, I'm like that. I am a terrible boat driver in Valheim, so I'm pretty happy that it's easy to use, just like the raft. So I need some of these guys so that I can make more bricks here, and that will help with our fencing needs around the place. I need to keep some of those drifters and whatnots out. I'll have to try to figure out if can keep all of them out? I don't know. We'll see. Do have this kind of endpoint over here where there's a nice big hole into some sort of cave. I have not ventured down in there yet. I wanted to build up our stuff a little bit more. We have got a lot of flowers around here, so let's try to put a few over here. Oh, and there's one more left. Keep those bees happy. So I can add in some more wall here. And then I think I turned south from there. And I'm like making a nice big corner box around this bay. And if I'm remembering, it might have been this block out here that I had put down for the other side. But I think I don't want to go all that way. And somewhere over here I'll want to put a wall. So I'd gotten a little bit more of the flooring and stuff done up above to make it a little bit easier with this layout here. I did move the stairs, kind of turned it around in a little L section there. Get rid of our temporary block and put in something more permanent. Got some few more of our different types of granite here. I think a solid one would work better right there. And if we're going to put our cellar over here, we're going to need to move some of our torches, it seems, and then put them back down later. Go ahead and make sure we have enough lighting around here so it's a little bit easier to work with. I do have some slate stuff that seemed to be the most amount of stuff that I had. Didn't anticipate doing something dark, but kind of have to just work with the stone I got. And I do have more bits and stuff too, so let's hold on to that one for a second. So we have some cobble here, and then I have the more cobble bits in our little temporary house hut. And I think I want to have the door in the corner because right when you come down the stairs, kind of seems to be the easiest place to turn and go into the cellar bit. Alright, and I think I'll stick that there for temporarily because we're going to need a light over here. If we block it all off, we're going to start making our drifter friends come through here. Alright, so we got some dry stone bits that have been collected from like a dungeon and plenty of cobble. That'll be the primary bits. And we do have some of the other special blocks, which are pretty neat. And I'm going to have to get rid of all this sand and figure out something here for the ceiling. Got a lot of mixture of things going on here at the moment. That's going to need to be covered up somehow here. Let's go ahead and put that there temporarily because I'm not sure what I'm doing with the ceiling yet. So I can continue filling this in a bit. I'll need to get our other pick back out. We could put that block in a different place. Oh, we need more cobble to finish that up, so we do have plenty of the clays. I do have blue clay as well, but I've had to put more boxes of clay out, and we have our slate stuff. We do have some more of these blocks that I did the kitchen in. That might be a good option. It's got different clay, wood, boxes, and I had to do the ceiling one. So let's just grab it out of that one. That was the last one I did. Because we can use any clay that we want to make cobble. But I have tons of the red. Might as well do that. think if we use up all this, this should be plenty of cobble even for the walls. I hope we can go get more. It's not too much of a problem getting that around here. I really don't want to use too many other things. I think that the andesite will be used for other stuff. I could do a little bit of cobble on a periodite, and that is also in the area. I just got to dig down a little bit. So maybe we'll compare and see which one you might want to use downstairs. Because we need to make sure the cellar is fully sealed up. Yeah, something needs to get done with that there. And we can put more cobble. Fill that bits in. Enough of a different block to make it not solid cobble and interesting enough. And I like this that this will not be too high. It'll be kind of small-ish, but if we want to, we can put plenty of shelves. That needs to be filled in somehow. I think... need to have the wood covered up. Either I can put in maybe a solid bit here, or yeah, I'm gonna need a little more scaffolding here. There we go. That'll help us get to the edge. Yeah, I mean, we got enough cobble that it's not gonna really matter. Just fill that bit in, and I don't know, maybe we could just ring around it, like make a trim sort of out of it. I could, if I had the blocks, do stairs, but I think that'll be pretty good actually. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 6. So we only have a 6 tall cellar. So that should work with the requirements for a cellar and being enclosed and underground and all that stuff. 5 down, 3 across. We're gonna make a mess. Pretty sure things like sand won't work for down in a cellar, but you know, I haven't really tried that. It's always been some sort of rock and such. So you got all of our red clay still behind here. I'd say we probably dug out 2/3 of the deposit, and that was pretty substantial on that, considering I had to make a new crate to put stuff in. Alright. And then I gotta determine if I have to get rid of the logs or not. And then I believe we can actually use a sand in more of the fanned blocks if I need to get more sand going. A little more cobble in there. There we go. All right. Plenty of space on there. It's not super wide, not the biggest, but that's okay. Don't need it to be super huge. But it does need a door. So I have some different types of wood. Looks like if I want to use K-Pack, I'm going to need to break apart more of that. So let's stick some of this stuff back in there. And then we can put these into some boards. And it will make us a solid K-Pack door. Actually, Let's also... Wow, we got the boards and stuff. It's a very big list of boards. I might need to go and do this the opposite direction and just type it in. Shelf. Shelf to store our good stuff on. Oh, yeah. If it kind of ends up being just one wood type, I'm going to use my extra stuff. Alright, so then we can take our vessel and shelf downstairs to start our cellar bit. Put down our door, so nice and solid there. Get out the vessel and a shelf. Now I just need to test it to see what needs to get done with maybe changing the wood. We do have enough bits left that I can change it. It's looking like it's working. It doesn't have a high number. When it's kind of sitting out in the open, the vessel usually lets you know that if it's got like a 1 point something or another amount of rate that stuff kind of decays at. Let's also close that for a moment. Open up our little stash here. Get into our other vessel. Not put that in there. I tend to do that. Alright, so it goes up in days when we take it, put it in, so we can have a decent idea of how much time there should be left when we put this in downstairs. I assume it's going to be similar. Like maybe not like significantly more, but a good bit. Yep, that does seem to be working. The cranberries always last a little bit longer, so not too tall, not too wide, and all that. So we'll get a bunch of things filled in there and move all of our tiny house equipment stuff down into here, basically. And then take down the structure. So I kind of got on a roll doing this stuff. I wanted to get my anvil and all that stuff set up because I really wanted to get some of lighting around here. So that meant I had to get some of the bronze. Since I had the components, I thought bronze lanterns would work really well around here. I do have one copper thing here, but in the meantime, I'll do the brass rather for the lanterns. I have a good bit of copper around, so I'm not worried about that. And then we can start working on some roofs and stuff. Do have a bit of edging, but that's gonna interfere when I start working on the edging there. So some of that, whatever second floor stuff, might need to get moved around here. I had dug out a little more. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to have this covered. I want enough covered walkway over here. I might need to fill in more to have it line up with the house, I'm thinking. But in the meantime, I think I'll fill in kind of as I go, kind of based off of where I ended up putting things down out here. Just so I don't overdo it or whatnot. I wanted to leave a couple widths of grass there so we can grow things. And so with moving all the stuff in the house, I got more things put in here. Got the little kitchen bits actually kind of done. Some vessels and whatnot that might be needed. I did have enough fire clay to do the oven. So getting some stuff put in here and whatnot. Stuff has been filled in downstairs. Got our wood stuff. We got some of our like rocks and whatnot, and then I have like this whole mess of miscellaneous things. Alright, got the iron door put in. Got some of our stuff moved over. Still got our blue cheese stuff for honey making area. So we can get our stuff together. Finally gotten some of our acacia. Just the other thing is it's just time to let the acacia grow. Because I started with 6 seeds. Did get quite a bit at some point. But I wanted to get the logs put into boards. And the boards let you do these new wooden roof types, and this looks like a half roof kind of thing. That's interesting. And some other kind of smaller variations. That's interesting. And then of course we got the corner and the inner corner and that kind of roof ridge and those types of things as well if we happen to need it. So let's get all that stuff into boards. We're going to need a new saw here at some point. That's okay. We got enough metals and stuff accumulated so far. And we got some of our fast food right outside our front door there. Going with the red color. Okay, so we can start getting some of our stuff together here. Do not need that until later. Still got some of our components that we need to make more of those, which is good. Grab some dirt. We're gonna need that for pillaring. Alright, so grab ours in a slanted pattern to make a whole bunch of slanted pieces. Oh, I think we'll just make any of those on demand if we happen to need it. Don't know if we will. Alright, let's go to the easy way here. Hit H on the item you want to look. Okay, so it's just a little backwards L kind of thing. We'll need a few of those. And we don't want like a long roofed covered walkway area thing here, so we need to monkey around with it a bit. But I want to connect not over by the wall, but between the blacksmith and the house, and just basically covering part of the courtyard area. Just get started and pillar up here. And start with the easy part, which is the slanted ones. Get a bunch of those down. And with this pillar in the middle, it makes it easy to start doing this. We don't have to use a whole lot of dirt. I will use that so we can get a slanted piece up on the next level. And these corner pieces, you kind of have to get them in the right area. I would have thought that one would have worked. Okay, well, let's try it up here. No, that was on the floor of it. It needs to be kind of on the corner. That didn't work either. Okay. With the axe, we can take it out. Maybe we could be much easier if we put a dirt block down first. Put the other roofed slanted edge there so that there's 2 blocks there. And voila, there we go. Slanted blocks, put more of those up here. Continue our way around. Start on the next edge. Get a bit of that going. Fill that bit in. Get a dirt block. Get our next slanted going. See if that will fill in. It does. There we go. Good. We can pick that up. I may need to build up some of it and then put part of it down. Depending on where I connect it from this side, we'll see. It's going to be nice and peaky in the middle, so that'll be nice. We'll just get more of that being built up, get it connected to the house, and let's get the second floor. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.